Hey guys, Northern Crusader here once more on this lovely rainy day with Trails of Cold Steel. Yeah, it's been a while. I keep meaning to get back to this. It's annoying because it's haunting me. So last time we did the events in Berea Hub and found a lot of things going on between the two, between the Noble Faction and Reformists. This time we are more or less looking to revise. Now, I'm going to tell you now, this is the day before exams. There's an exam tomorrow, which, if you want all the AP, you have to do the revision thing. That said, do not use all three of your bond points up before you're ready to move on. This is actually a unique time where you use up your bond points and it moves on to the next day. That's why they're giving you all three. Now, saying that, we have a lot of things to do. If I can... there we go. You see, we have a good deal of revision to do. We've already done Beryl, Mary, and Makarov. We have to go to find basically all the teachers we can. So, first step is first. First step first, that's a new one. We're going to the library, because there is quite a few things here that we can do. First off, we're going to ignore that for now. Where is he? Is he upstairs somewhere? There you are. Ah, yeah, oh, hello there. If I can't remember my voice, it's been that long since I recorded this. Did you come along to review some of what we covered in class? Actually, I was just passing by. Oh, come now. There's no need to be shy, not when it comes to history. Let's get started, shall we? Why don't we go over every little thing that might possibly come up in your exam? This sounds like it could be helpful. If I could actually stay awake. Hooray! I wonder also if we can... off the moon. Have some frozen soup. Yeah. Little gift. EP charge 1 time. 5 of them, okay. Yeah, that's one thing out of the way. We're looking for... a book. It's not you. It's not you. That's so impressive. How did the cat manage to get in here? I guess I must have been looking for someone to get out of the rain. I actually have some fresh milk on me. Should I give her some? Yes. She seems so happy. Maybe I'll bring her some another time. So, which of these bookshelves am I looking for? One of these bookshelves has a book we're looking for. I know, a bookshelf has a book. Book of horse riding. It is not what you'll be reading right now. That's all the reading stuff. It's one of these bookshelves, I know it. Is it this one that happens to be glowing? It is! A book entitled Political Economics, a primer, sits primarily on the shelf. Given the subject matter, this book seems really accessible. Let's probably make for a good refresher. No. We're also looking... sorry, I'll list up, I'm just going through my list. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here. Yeah. So, we'll do bond events later, but we'll get started with it first. We're going to go see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We're going to the gym next. And we are looking to find a book on a bench. Here we go, the very ominously glowing book. A book entitled Military Science, a primer, sits upon the bench like a courageous commander. Maybe a book. Why would ever any books were made? Damn it. Oh yes, I do. This is one more written book. The illustrations really bring things to life too. Wait a second. This probably belongs to someone. I never really leave a book like this behind, so I'm sure I'll be back soon. Let's leave this here. Shush. Don't ask what I got. Just don't ask. Anything else in the gymnasium? There's nothing else in the gymnasium. But if you go upstairs, you have Alyssa and Laura here. So you can tell like everyone's gone through a little bit. So we're going to go to the main entrance. We're looking for Becky. Are you Becky? Ah, yeah, Becky. Sure you go. I'm not taking any advice here. You. I can memorize everything in one go the night before. Becky. I won't be able to remember anything that way. Trick to memorization is to study up just before you go to bed. When you wake up, you review everything once more to seal the deal. It's easy, it's efficient, and best of all, it works. I guarantee it. You should try it too, Reen. Might as well give it a shot. Thanks. Next we want to, we've been seeing infirmary and all science. We want to go to the music room, which is on the second floor. I think the music room's to this side? Yes. And the very ominously glowing book again. These books are so convenient, they're just glowing. It's like people want us to read them. Want them to read it. Want to be. Yeah. A book entitled. It's like a book entitled "The Fanciest Guide to Airborne Opera and Painting" sits pompously upon the shelf. Why would one book cover such different topics? Still, it probably covers some of the stuff in our exams. Wouldn't hurt to give it a read. I've seen a fine knowledge. I meant. Might go nice, but I'm normal science whiz. My dad's a writing for the employee, and he always used to help me study. Gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good about these exams. Can't wait to get a perfect score and surprise Uncle Makarov. Hope you study? Sorry, I can't teach to save my life. So what are you here for? Oh. That's tell you how I come up. I believe next door is, over here is Geist and, Geist tutors. So, next place we want to go is Student Union. And these are all over the place. We are looking for Lind, who's the twin. Here we go. Studying is so boring. Really might make things interesting. In fact, I've got a great idea. Why don't we have a little Q&A competition? Every time someone gets a question wrong, I take out an article of clothing. Seriously? I'm not doing that. Never in a million years. Oh, okay. Guess we won't be studying at all then. That's not what I meant. As long as everyone keeps their clothes on, I'm fine with helping you two study. It'll probably help me too. That might be an exam. So I've got to check this now. Come on, VV, let's... What? Sorry. I need to print screen that one. I have not seen that typo before. Come on, VV. At least pretend to take this seriously. I know you're not exactly a shining star of the education system. It's fine, it's fine. Because you're such a good sister, you'll switch places with me during the exam. Says who? Really? We want to look in the literature club for one last thing. Yeah. There's a glowing book in here somewhere. There it is. A book entitled Erebonian History and Pictures is on the shelf. What is this? It's more like a comic book than a traditional textbook. It does seem historically accurate though. Can't hurt to give it a read. That is all the studying material. So now we're going to look at getting profiles, which requires me to do a few things. Give me one moment. Okay, so first off, we're looking for... Did we get Clara? I don't think Clara who I talked to. Forget who she is. Year 2 plus 1, I think? No. It's gotta be year 1 plus 1. No, wait. Well, guess I'm going back there. Oh, she's in arts. Whoops. It probably just shows how long it's been since the last I actually played this. There we go. You. Is it really a need to study for those tests? Should be easy enough to get a decent grade out of the panic scramble study. That's quite the claim. So that... she's gonna be year 2. Clara. She seems to be able to score decently in exams without studying at all and use that time for arts instead. Oh, but she's like me then. Probably shouldn't have said that. Now we're going to the school library. And we have... Teresa. You, I think it is? No, you're a rank generic female student. Is it you then? This is so hard, Teresa. Help me! Come now, don't give up so quickly. Two of us are going to get through this together, one by one. You really are hopeless when it comes to studying, aren't you? Gee, thanks for the reminder. And that should... I think she's Noble Class 1? Probably Year 2. Nope, she's Year 1, really? No. What? Don't see the way second and reliable person. Oh! Does that do it? I've got Bridget here somewhere. There she is. While Emily is better at sports, Teresa is better at studying. She helps Emily study for the midterms. Emily's here. There's Emily. Yeah, they have different interests. Okay. So, now it's pretty much just what you want to do. So, I have to save here. And we will come back to the save quite a bit, because we have 6 different Bond events to cover. Now, they all give you 100 link XP, but there's 2 that don't really give you that much to start with. So we're going to cover 2 of them at a time. So first off, we're going to go visit Toa, who I believe, if I can ever get up here, is in here. There we go, Toa and Angie. Oh, Irene! How goes the studying? I suppose it's probably fine. But those are going to be my these are going to be my first ever midterms ever, so I'm more than a little nervous, as you can tell by the fact I can't even speak. Ah, first years, how innocent. It doesn't help that military academies have a lot of subjects other schools don't, but you'll get used to it. That's true. Combat studies and military science name too. Oh, and you're going to want to make sure that you're ready for the political economics exam too. Why is that? Well, it's Moustache Man's subject. But that's not a very nice thing to call Vice Principal Heinrich at Nanji. He does seem like the type to write a ridiculously hard exam. Oh, I know. How about I give you a hand studying for it? If you're free at least. Are you sure? Of course. You're always helping me out, right? Political economics is Toa's strongest subject. You won't want to pass this up. Sure. Well, if you're offering, I'd really appreciate it. I sure am. Let's get started then. Just remember this. Yeah. Thus, Rhea and Toa's study session began. Most of the stuff I was unsure about makes a lot more sense now. That's good to hear. We should probably go over some current affairs too. For an exam? Yeah. The Vice Principal has a habit of putting questions based on recent news into his exams. This year, maybe we should go over some recently enacted laws. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing you'd put in there. Just so people could get you caught off guard, get it wrong and get lectured at for being indifferent about society. I'd rather avoid that. Recent laws. The Financial Transactions Act from last year is one of the best known, I suppose. It requires you to inform prospective buyers of the risks when selling them stocks or securities. A number of people have suffered massive losses when buying shares recently, so it's passed to keep people informed. So that's the history behind the Financial Transactions Act. Then there's the Imperial Transportation Act, which determines the rules of the road for drivers. That was last year too. There are more and more people buying cars lately, nobles and commoners. But car accidents were getting out of hand. And that was especially true in Heimdall, which is why the law was enacted there first. I'll have to try and remember that. And then there's the Provisional Taxation Act, which impacted just about every province you could think of. In other words, a fancy name for the much reviled tax increases. They're being enacted in the provinces, almost doubling land and business taxes. You've probably at least heard about them. I have, yeah. Seemed like a pretty major topic back in Celtic. If it's going to answer that question about a recent law, it's probably going to be about one of these three. Hopefully that'll be some help at least. Even if none of them come up, you've really helped me out. I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Thank you both for all of your help. I didn't do anything at all. I'm just hanging out. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. I'll be happy to help. Thanks, I will. Something about this theme that gets me every time. So you get a bond with Toa, it's a hidden value. It doesn't actually, I don't know why it impacts at all. So I'm inclined to think don't bother, but that's me. So take it or leave it. It might affect something somewhere, I don't know. Meanwhile, over here, hello Crow. Hey there, Reen. What's up? Hold on. Let me guess. You were studying away nice and diligently when your orbital lamp suddenly went out. Swing and a miss. You two seem pretty relaxed despite how close the midterms are getting. Who do you think you're talking to? I know better than anyone that it's pointless to start studying this late in the game. Sorry! Sorry, I thought of all things, it'd be like, I've revised, I'm just going to fit long, it's too late to start revising. How's that working out for you? Crow's actually pretty good when it comes to the practical stuff. Controller. Oh god damn it! Sometimes I hate this piece of junk. You're gonna see something pop up now. It's saying, hey, you plugged this in! There we go. Survival skills, first aid, all those kinds of things. Really? See, all the stuff you don't need to study for. But I don't even think shaky about any of it, and I'm happy to teach you a thing or two. Sure, I'll take you up on that. Wait, you serious? The idea of Crow teaching anyone is unnerving, sorry. I've never done this scene, you're just joking. Nah, it's cool, might as well show you the ropes. Cool to borrow my channel too, George. Go for it, this should be good. And so Crow passed all of his knowledge onto Reen. That about sums up what they'll be teaching you first years on. You should probably make sure you've got CPR down too. I do actually need to brush up on that. Do you think it'll come up? It's only one of the most basic things anyone expects out of 4 students, so it wouldn't hurt to know. Right, here's how it goes. If you find someone who's collapsed, first up is checking whether they're or not unconscious. If they're unconscious, it's safe to assume they're in trouble. Next you're going to want to shout for help. You're not going to want to try and handle this on your own. The more people you have helping you out, the better the chance starts to survive. That makes sense. Next up is making sure they're breathing. If they aren't, or something weird about the way they are, it's CPR time. This basically involves giving them a repeated combination of chest compressions and rescue breaths. You need to keep this up until their pulse and breathing returns, got it? Don't give up until the very end. Understood. He does seem like the kind of person I could count on in the jam. I guess George is right about him being good at practical stuff. Now all you've got to do is put that into practice. You see a girl in need, you better get right in there. When she wakes up and see you've saved her life, instant fireworks! Your hands and lips are already in the right spots already. And every time I think anything positive about you, you go and say something like that. Oh well. This was useful. This was useful though. Thanks for taking the time to teach me. Good luck, my son. Go out there and get some good grades for me. And that's another hidden value. Crows actually does come into play in something I know about, but I'm going to go over that later. Meanwhile, we're going to reload, and I will catch you at the next Bond event.